Good morning, it's Friday morning and Lydia is already busy at work working on some coloring this morning. Look at that. Now Grandma sent her this in our P.O. box. And what are you going to do with it, Lydia?
Give it back.
You're going to get color and give it back? This little man here, what do you want to do?
Our thing we got yesterday.
He is really excited about it. Where is it, Pete?
Over there.
Over here?
Table.
Hey, John and Charity, you want to start your creation crate? Alright, so we're going to let the kids open this up, remember? Read the instructions, follow the directions. This is all important skills.
Are we supposed to light this on fire for a Chinese lantern?
No.
Peter.
That's...
No.
Sounds like your daddy, but no, that is not the correct answer.
I'll get the blue.
And what are those little things called?
These are called LEDs. It's actually for, it's called a, let's see what it is. What is it called? I think it's called like a noose lamp or a mood lamp.
A noose lamp.
A mood lamp. And
Do you know what a noose is, John?
No.
You don't? Oh, boy.
Okay, excuse me.
Does not know what a noose is.
So red goes right there, 2 across.
I think that's good.
Then blue. Peter, you want to do the blue?
So this is what the kids are using for their diagram to build their project. It's a nice diagramming. It makes it pretty simple. I'm not really getting involved at all. They're doing it all on their own.
Chinese lantern.
No, we're not to the lantern yet. That's a lantern.
I got the lantern.
It's gonna look pretty too.
Bee's nest.
It does look like a bee's nest, doesn't it?
R made it. Uh-oh, it collapsed.
All right, let's see. What are we up to next now?
We're up to putting up that, like, capacitor.
Is that what Charity's putting in a capacitor? Still working hard. You making any progress?
Yes.
All right, they're getting there. Oh, so you hook those wires into that? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Then this is,
look at
then it goes
that.
into this one, goes into the second one.
Now
Now I
what?
gotta go
We have to
take this.
program it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Get over to the computer, guys.
Did you get
Careful.
them?
You have to program it. And Charity's
We have to
entering.
download.
Mommy.
Okay, so Charity's doing that. So what's happened so far?
Nothing.
18 minutes and then 15 minutes and then it will be done.
It's not, yeah.
So you have to download the software.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
We're just letting it
It's going
charge
to be a
up.
while.
All right, we'll just wait. It's almost 11 o'clock and Art and I have some errands to run today, but we're gonna drop the kids off at my mom's house for just a little while. She's gonna help feed them lunch and keep them occupied so Art and I can run our errands. But what I made this morning is my own homemade hamburger helper. And I make different variations of this. I found actually a little bit of a different recipe online. A lot of times I do tomatoes with it. This one doesn't use tomatoes, it's just all spices. But it comes together just as quickly as regular hamburger helper that you buy in the store, except it doesn't have any of those nasty chemicals or anything like that in them.
There's a hawk on that post over there. Is it red tail, Mom?
I can't zoom any further, but I think it is.
We dropped the kids off at Grandpa's and Grandma's house. We have to run to the bank and sign some papers and do a few other things. So we're just sitting here quietly enjoying the silence for a minute.
I know, it's an unofficial date without food.
I know you're not supposed to have silence on when you're doing videos, but just enjoy the silence with us for a minute. Isn't that beautiful?
All right, let's get going.
Yeah, okay, silence is over.
So you're probably wondering, why are we going to the bank to sign papers? Because that just sounds kind of suspicious. Particularly for a frugal family like ourselves. But here's what's going on. Back 10 years ago when we bought our house, Art didn't make enough to actually get a full-fledged mortgage for our home. And we had a mortgage, what, 2.5 years? It wasn't a mortgage, it was a line of credit.
Technically a mortgage, but we had a loan.
A loan on the house to pay it off. And we paid that off and we just left it open. Well, after 10 years, it ran out and needed to get renewed. And Art and I were trying to decide, is that something we want to do or not? And we decided that it was probably a really good idea to just keep a line of credit open on our home just in the off chance of an emergency. We have money, but it's tied up and not like you can just get it that very day. And with a line of credit, if you guys aren't familiar with it, it's pretty much a checkbook, and you can write up to however amount you've been approved immediately, just like a regular check. And in our financial situation right now, we feel that it's probably best to have for emergency only. Have we used it since?
No, we haven't.
No, I don't think we used it at all after we after we bought our home. But we just think it's a wise course of action to have that open, and also because Art and I don't do much with credit, it's usually a good idea to have something like this to keep your credit score up. And it's right near my mom's house, so she's watching the kids, feeding them lunch, and Art and I have our date.
We had a little bit of time before the closing, so we decided to go to Price Chopper, which is right next door. And Janelle's checking out the coupons. Anything good?
That one right there. More pasta. My list is diced tomatoes, breadcrumbs, and vanillas and pudding, which is all for Friday food finds. But since there's nothing else on my list, you can pick up some chocolate cake, some shrimp, all the stuff that oh, cottage cheese.
Right. Janelle's checking the markdowns. What?
This is so a markup. $3.29.
$3.29? Wow.
Now this looks good. Black bean and corn salsa. Probably reminds me of the days that Mom and I used to have company over on Sundays. I don't know if I think you were around. And we always bought tortilla chips and
Yes.
this yummy salsa.
Yeah, I remember that.
Not this particular brand, but it was like that. That was so good. Her name was kind of hot. You know, we had that Highlands that your sister gave me. We're almost out of it. And it worked great in the wintertime. Do you want to pick this up?
How much?
It's $2.
Yeah, probably. If you think so, if you think it'd be good, I don't do the medicines in the family. What's so humorous?
Baked beans for $1.79. It's like a markup. That's wow.
Ooh, a big thing of pickles. How much are the pickles?
I don't see a price on them. Somebody probably just plopped them there. Okay, just some of this stuff. This rapid rice cooker. Okay, cooks perfect instant rice. Well, here's the thing. If you buy instant rice, they usually come in those packages that you can microwave anyways. So why do you need a special device for it? That just, I don't know, to me that seems excess. And then this rapid mac and cheese cooker. You can do stuff like this without these special devices. It's like almost a gimmick, but because people don't know that you can do things in the microwave without this, it's like, hey, let's take advantage of it. There, now I sound like an old biddy. Look at this, $4.99
Oh wow.
for a cupcake party kit. All right, I've had enough of those markdowns.
You sound like an old biddy.
Yep.
Pretty soon you're going to start saying, when I was little.
So they gave me another pasta coupon, and as I've told you guys, this is when you stock up. Even if I have a ton of it, I know I'll go through it this winter. So we'll get a couple more boxes.
It's 88 cents and you get 25 cents off. 63 cents.
So I told you guys about those instant rice cookers. But look at, what does it say? Boil in bag. Boil in bag. Why do you need a microwave container if they're boiled in a bag?
You really sound like an old biddy.
I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Now we're buying some stuff for the Friday Food Finds from fans.
Yes, I am. I don't know if it matters if it's petite diced or just diced.
Probably doesn't matter.
I made this for lunch today, but this only serves 5. It's on sale for $1. Look at the ingredient list. I can guarantee you that mine does not contain all these ugly ingredients. You just saw me show you the baked beans over in the markdown where they were $1.79.
Yes.
$1.79.
Okay, it's
It says it all.
a mark parallel, not a mark down or a markup.
I feel a little guilty going around the store pointing out that things are not necessarily a markdown, and feel a little snarky about it, but I don't usually do that. One more thing.
But you are going to do it. There's just this one last time.
Now I think these may be bigger. This one's maybe the same size. This one might be a little smaller, but this is $3.29 for 12 ounces, and this one's on sale for $3.69.
So the other one, how much was the other
It was
Cheerios?
3 something. Well, that took a while. We had to sign what, 15 different,
probably-
10, 15
yeah, at least
different
that many.
documents saying this, that, the other.
Yeah, what really got me is we had to sign one to say that if they made any mistakes in the closing, that we would come back and help them fix the mistakes.
That was. So, you know, I'm glad that we have it, but there's another part of me that's just like, this is so ridiculous. I mean, I don't like mortgages, I don't like loans, I don't like borrowing money, but on the other hand, I think it's definitely worth doing, but at least it's done. You know, it's good for 10 years, and as long as we don't move, we don't have to deal with any of this. When I was growing up in Malta, Malta was known as just like this quiet little village. There was a small Grand Union. I mean, it was just quiet. And then several years ago, what is it, 7 years ago, they put in that huge technology plant, Global Foundries, and it brought hundreds, maybe even thousands of jobs to our area. But whoa, watch out! No, I'm talking about that guy. And there goes all the peaches underneath my seat. Along with all those jobs comes a ton of traffic, insane traffic, and it's crazy because it was never like this when I was a kid. And earlier when we were going to our appointment, somebody was pulling across. It's 5 lanes of traffic. I don't know why he didn't see us. Pulled straight ahead. If Art had not seen him and stopped, we would have slammed into him. And then in the parking lot back there, we almost had 2 more accidents. But Art is a very defensive driver, and we're paying attention, so we're watching for this. But it's crazy. It was never like this when I was a kid.
Pretty soon you're going to start saying, when I was little. There's this pond right by my in-laws' house, and there's a bird we saw Sunday, and it's still here. I have to show that to you. I had never seen one of these before. Not the ducks. I've seen ducks before. I believe the bird is a cormorant. We looked it up, and I think that's what it is. But I'd never seen one before. It's really a beautiful bird. We're at the hardware store. We would have walked, but it's raining right now. We're going to try to get the part for the mower. It's that little part right there. I'm not sure if they have it or not. We'll find out. The man is looking up the part number for a little while, and Janelle is just looking around, which can be a bad idea.
Yes.
Up there, it's a secret. Can we please go to my favorite part?
Where's your favorite part, Peter?
Over here. This part is my favorite part. Me too. I like this. Oh, look at this one. What is this?
That is a weed whacker.
Dad, that is for Grandpa's birthday. Can we get this tiny little thing?
You want to get that for Grandpa for his birthday?
Yeah.
That is a toy. I don't think he could use that too well.
This is what I'll tell you. What is that?
It's like a little grabber.
Dad, it's for ticks?
No,
Look at your
I don't think that's for ticks.
I think you actually slide it in. It'll open by itself.
It's like for picking up logs.
We got the part, and a little bit snapped on the old one, a little bit snapped off it.
And that's probably why it broke. Hardware store is amazing. They have just about everything you can think of. Look what we found right outside our window.
A bunny.
Oh, a skunk and a bunny over somewhere else.
He's right here, right, Daddy. Right here.
A rabbit and a skunk. John is working on programming his mood lamp. And how are you doing that, John?
I'm just typing in
follow
the
directions?
programming. Yeah.
Okay.
And although it's going to start getting complicated, it's common math variables and all that cool stuff.
John is staying up a little late tonight typing in his code. He's trying to finish before he goes to bed.
I'm not a good code writer.
Well, that's why you're doing it, so you can get better.
Yeah.
I was just looking at this. I never did a lot of computer codes in my life. Actually, I I think I've done about none. But it says the red is what to write in, and then the black, it says what you're actually doing while you're writing it in. It looks like it's good to help you figure out what you're doing.
This reads the light in the room and stores it as a number. Okay. Now I got to keep on typing.
Okay, so you're uploading it to our little device. It's changing colors. Now it's red.
What's that?
Oh, Jenna, quick, turn off the light. Turn to blue.
Cool.
Wow, that's really cool, guys.